Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone, and welcome to the launch of the 50 PMP exam prep questions everyone gets wrong. Hello, everybody, and welcome. I'm Cornelius Fichtner, and my name is on the book. I've written a few other books previously, ebooks, shorter ones, 20, 30 pages long, but this is the first real book, that bears my name. Thank you so much for joining me here today as we are launching the book. So what are we going to do today? First, I'm going to take you through the book, show you a little bit what it's all about, what we were trying to do, what the book will help you in the PMP exam prep. Then I have a few thank yous. There are a few people that were instrumental in helping me create this book. Then we're going to open it up and we're going to go through 3 questions. I'm going to show you the question. You can tell me which answer is correct and then we'll go through it. We'll do a book giveaway. Yes, one lucky person today will walk away with a Kindle version of the book. And then we'll also talk about a discount for our PMP exam simulator. All right. So before we do that, however, what I would like you to do is this. If you are preparing for the PMP exam and you would like to be entered into the giveaway, then the tool that we're using here to stream this live has a simple solution. Just type the number 50, hashtag 50, into the chat, either on Facebook and on YouTube, and that will automatically add you into the giveaway. I see the first people coming in. So what I'm doing right now is I am checking this here, and I can see that, yep, the entries are adding up. So this is working wonderfully. We will be doing this at the end. I'll be reminding you again and again about this hashtag 50 here. So 21 entries, 22. All right, keep them coming. Thank you very much. So now then, let's launch the book. Here it is. This is the book, the 50 PMP exam prep questions that everyone gets wrong. All right. And if you haven't yet seen it, the link, I've provided it earlier here. There we go. You can find the book here, pmexamsimulator.com/50 questions if you are interested in taking a look. I have a copy here myself. It just arrived. Wait, where are we? Here. It just arrived yesterday. There's an unboxing video that I have. You see me taking it out of the box. You will see me speechless because this was quite overwhelming, having your first book published here. So that's wonderful. Let me give that to you. https://pmexamsimulator.com/50 unboxing. There we go. That is the link. It'll appear at any moment here in the chat for you. There we are. Okay. So conceptually, we realized that the student results in our exam simulator offer an additional learning opportunity here. So what we did is we collected and exported the results of about 70 questions from our exam simulator. So whenever somebody takes an exam quiz, the data gets stored and we keep that. And just to give you the numbers, all questions that we exported had hundreds of responses. 1,420 is the largest. And on average, 75% of the time, students picked the incorrect answer. So each question that is in the book, at least 75% of people had the answer incorrect for each of these. In one case, it is 95%, right? So in one question in the book, only 5% of people get this question right the first time. All right. Then we analyzed each question. We made sure that it is a fair question, that students can reasonably expect to see this on their PMP exam. And if not, we dropped it and we took it out of the book. Then we interpreted our findings and said, okay, why are people getting this wrong? What's wrong with this? What is the concept? And we explained the topic to help the students understand how to answer the question, the concept correctly, how to analyze this, and how to not make the mistake on the real PMP exam. The result is obviously a collection of the 50 hardest PMP exam questions in the book. But frankly, that's actually not correct, because even though the book says the 50 PMP hardest questions, because, questions, that's the thing, PMP questions is what people are looking for, it's really and truly the 50 hardest PMP concepts in a book based on our findings in the exam simulator, right? So the book is about explaining these concepts, the knowledge, the tools, the skills, the techniques that you have to understand for your PMP exam. And for each of them, we have a question that's really hard and really difficult, and you can take it by, you can see those by getting the book. And where do you buy the book? Well, here you go. It is pmexamsimulator.com/50 questions. Let me give that link to you again here in the chat. Here we go. There you are. This will take you straight to Amazon, where you can take a look at the book and hopefully buy it. But don't forget, we're giving one away today, so wait until the end. All right. Here is the book, the content. It has 4 parts. In part 1, we decided to add additional information. It's not good if you just start with question 1, right? Here are the 50 hardest questions. Well, we want you to be able to prepare a little bit, okay, to get your mind going. And there is an exclusive article as well in section 1. I will talk about that in just a moment. Then part 2, that's where you will find the questions. There is also a separate PDF document that comes with the book. It's free to download on our website, so that you can print it and you can write your answers into the answer sheet. In that way, you don't have to write into your book. Okay. Then in part 3, you will get the answers and explanations, and we'll take a look at those in detail as well. And then in part 4, we have a number of featured articles, and those are really to help you prepare for the exam. So get exam ready. That's what part 4 is, with tips and tricks as you are getting ready for the exam. Akram asks, is the book available in digital format? Yes, Akram, the book is available as a Kindle as well. And even if you don't have Kindle, for example, I do not have Kindle, but you can just read it on Amazon.com in your browser. So Kindle has a web functionality as well. So you don't need a physical Kindle that you can hold in your hands. Yes. All right. Jafar asked the same question. How can I get it? Well, you can wait until the end. Maybe you win it, Jafar, or you can simply go to pmexamsimulator.com/50 questions, where you can buy it. All right. Then let us move on. I talked about these 2 exclusive articles. There are 2 of them. One is in part 1 as you are preparing. We thought, like I said, it's unfair to just throw those 50 questions at you and just go, here they are, right? They're really hard. And so we decided, okay, let's write an article. And what we did is we wrote an article, the 10 topics everyone gets wrong on the PMP exam. The article and the questions are not 100% matched, because we talked to PMP trainers from around the world, colleagues of mine, and said, hey, what are the topics that your students always have problems with? And then we took those and we created an article for that. And this is an exclusive article only found in the book. And so let's see the 10 topics. Which data analysis technique to use and when? How to handle change requests, the best tools to measure progress, the stages of team performance, how to manage risk in agile sprints, how to close a project, how to start a project, just to name a few. So these are the topics that are covered in that article in part 1. And then later on, in part 4, we have another exclusive article, How to Cope with PMP Exam Question Vagueness. And I wrote that article because this year I've been reading, I would say about 200 at least lessons learned of people who have just taken and passed their PMP exam. And the vagueness of the questions on the real PMP exam is an incredible shock to exam takers. Let me read this comment here to you that somebody said. With my PrepCast exam simulator practice exam results steadily increasing in acceptable ranges, I was pretty confident in my knowledge going into the exam. So the student said, I had good results, and then I went to take the exam. After the first 10 or so questions of the actual exam, my confidence level was at an all-time low, whereas during the PrepCast practice exams, I felt like I was getting 3/4 of the questions right as I went, and during the PMP exam, I had zero feeling that I was doing well. So this vagueness of the real exam questions is an absolute shocker to people. So I decided to write an article and give 7 recommendations on how to cope with this vagueness. And again, this is an exclusive article that can only be found in the book. Sied asks, if I buy the print version, will I get the Kindle version also? You would have to buy that separately, I believe. Amazon does not automatically bundle the two together. That is my understanding. Okay, well, now you understand sort of the concept behind the book, right? So we took about 70 questions, we analyzed them, we reduced them down to really the 50 top ones that are fair questions, fair concepts that you will find on the exam, and put them into the book. Now, what I want to make sure is that you understand what this book is and what it isn't. Okay, and here it is. So on the left-hand side, this is what the book is, and on the right-hand side, this is what it isn't and what it doesn't. So the book is a collection of the hardest PMP concepts. Okay, but it is not a complete PMP exam prep course, right? It does offer explanations on the concepts and questions in depth, really going in and explaining why this is hard to understand and what to look for, right? So it elevates your mindset. It gets you thinking about these things, but it doesn't offer any training. So it is not an exam prep training. It doesn't give you the 35 contact hours you need for the PMP exam. You still have to take a course, right? And it will provide new insights to you, especially the 2 exclusive articles on those 10 topics, as well as how to deal with the vagueness. So those are new insights that you cannot find anywhere else. And many of the questions and explanations we have will also give you new aha moments. But it doesn't simulate the exam at all. This is not an exam simulator, right? This is printed. I mean, that there are questions here in the book, as you can see, but the real exam is on a computer screen. And so it is not a PMP exam simulator. It does not simulate the exam. You want to get a exam simulator separately. Debbie says, that's where I need help. Question vagueness. And Debbie, this is really something that even the best exam simulator, even the best written article about question vagueness will not prepare you for what to expect on the exam. I've done my best, right? The article in the book is a good guidance on what to do and how to go into this, what mindset to have. But in the end, you will probably come out of there and go, yes, I did everything I could, but it was still a shock because the questions on the real PMP exam are pretty vague. All right. Yes. Santosh says, how do I buy the digital format? So I've seen this question a couple of times. So let us, maybe I'll bring this up here and I'll show you quickly how to do this. So when you go to pmexamsimulator.com/50 questions, that will take you straight to Amazon here. And it'll take you to the paperback version of Amazon. If you want the Kindle version of Amazon, just type on Kindle here. As you can see, the Kindle version is $19.99 and the paperback version is $24.99. So there's just a slight, small price difference. Okay. Now, the big question that you may ask yourself at this point is, will this book help me? Here's the good news. The book has already been up on Amazon for about 3 weeks, all right? And one of Jeff Furman's students bought the book and wrote this raving review. He said, "Hey, Jeff, thank you so much for all of your help. I'm still a bit emotional, but I just wanted to say thank you so much. And the 50-question prep book helped me a lot." So Don R. is now a PMP. Donald R. is now a PMP. He used the 50 PMP exam prep questions that Everyone Gets Wrong book, and he says it helped me a lot. I saw another question about from Calvin here. How many pages? Calvin, it's 200 pages. It's actually, I think it's 199. Let me check here. What does it say? Yeah, it stops at 199 pages in the book. All right. And he also says, are there agile questions in the book? Of course there are. Yes, I cannot tell you how many, but yes, we do have agile questions in the book. Santosh, thank you so much. I'm sure this book is the first choice of all PMP aspirants. Thank you for saying. Sergey asks, which areas does this book cover? Sergey, we do not have a list of what areas the book covers. It is simply the 50 hardest concepts that we found that people always get wrong in our exam simulator. Okay. Super excited to get started with it, says Shaik. Wonderful. Okay. That's it. All right, so much for the book itself. Now, a book like this doesn't write itself. It has my name on the cover, but frankly, there are a lot of people who have helped me to make this happen. Okay, and here they are. I want to give a big shout out to these 3 people. Stas Podoksin, a colleague who works with me, Elizabeth Herron, who is out of London, and Jeff Furman, a colleague PMP instructor who is out of New York. Stas is in Canada, and he is the product manager and program manager of our exam simulator. So the questions themselves that come from the simulator, many of them he actually wrote. He's an expert in writing exam prep questions, and he also, together with Jeff Furman, selected which questions, which topics go into the book. And then Elizabeth Herron brought it all together, everything that that I wrote, that Jeff and Stas put together, and she made it into the book that you see now so that it comes across with one voice. So thank you, Stas, thank you, Elizabeth, and thank you, Jeff. There's one more person that I would like to thank, and that is this gentleman here, Oliver Lehmann. All right. So what you may not yet have noticed here on the cover, down here, there is a dark area, dark blue area right there. You can see that on your screen already. Let me make this big for you. So I wanted to say thank you to Oliver for his quotation. Oliver says about the book, managing difficult questions as you find them here will be the crucial difference between a pass or a fail in your PMP exam. Oliver F. Lehmann, PMP trainer and coach. Thank you, Oliver. That is very, very kind of you. All right. And now let us review 3 questions from the book. And what I would like to do is I'd like to encourage you to play along, so to speak, and give me your answer via chat. Is the correct answer A, B, C, or is it D? But before you do that, okay, if you haven't yet done so, if you want to win a Kindle version of the book, then please type #50 into the chat and submit it. Let's take a look how many people we have here. Where is it? Ah, it's over here. So far, we have 56 people who have entered into the giveaway. So please go ahead, put hashtag 50 into the chat, and you will be added. There we go. Got a few more, a couple more, just added themselves in. All right, and now let's go through 3 questions, and then you can tell me what you think the correct answer is. And we're starting with this here, question number 1. All right, let me maybe remove the logo here at the top right so you can properly read the question. All right, you have just been assigned to an upcoming Agile project. As part of pre-work, you review all of the organization's policies and procedures regarding compliance. You realize that only some of them may be applicable to your project. What should you do first? A, switch the project management approach from Agile to traditional. B, incorporate all compliance policies and procedures in the implementation strategy. C, ensure compliance activities are included in the project schedule baseline. Or is it D, classify the compliance categories to determine the expenditure of project resources? All right, let me know what you think it is. Is it A, B, C, or is it D? I'll give you about 10 seconds here to put your answer in. Obviously, this is completely voluntary. You don't have to do this. You could just think of the answer yourself. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of D's coming in here. I'm seeing a lot of D's coming in, some B's, some C's. And I have to tell you, you are good, because all of those of you who said that the correct answer is D are correct. The correct answer is actually D, as in Delta, classify the compliance categories to determine the expenditure of project resources. Now, when you look at this, you might think, that is such a weird thing. Classify the compliance categories to determine the expenditure of project resources. I have never, ever heard of this. Nobody has taught me about this. None of the books talks about it. Why would I need to know about this for the PMP exam? This seems to be one of those really obscure topics that just, trainers just put into the training, or you put into the exam simulator to trick us. Well, it isn't, right? Because classify the compliance categories is actually in the PMP exam content outline. Let me show you, right? This here is a screenshot from the PMP exam content outline, domain 3, the business environment. Remember, the exam is based on people, process, and business environment. Those are the 3 domains. And in task 1 of the business environment, the task 1 says you have to plan and manage project compliance. And then we have there, as one of the bullet points, as one of the enablers, classify compliance categories. Okay, so this is where this comes from. This is not something obscure. This is something that is public, that PMI has said this will be on the exam. All right, so much for question number 1 here. Before we move to question number 2, if you are interested in buying the book, then please do stop by at pmexamsimulator.com/50 questions, and I'll forward you to Amazon, where you can grab a copy. Now, let us move on to question number 3 here. This is, I'm skipping question number 2. We're going straight to question number 3. The question is this: you have been requested to fill in for a Scrum Master during the upcoming sprint. As you get yourself familiar with the project team members, you are glad to see that they understand the project goals and their roles and responsibilities. There are no conflicts in the team, and each team member works independently. However, the velocity is low. Based on your observation, where is the team in the Tuckman ladder? Now, this is a graphic on this question here, as you can see. So we have here 5 areas: A, B, C, D, or E from the Tuckman ladder: team effectiveness and project time. And on the real exam, you would now have to select, you have to click in this area, A, B, C, D, or E. You would have to point and click. Obviously, you can't do that in a book. So we're just going to ask you to answer A, B, C, or D. So my question for you again, giving you another 10 seconds or so. What's the answer? What do you think? Is the answer the correct answer? A, B, C, or D? All right. Let me show you the graphic here one more time. Right, not moving forward. There we are. Where do you see these people are? All right, I'm getting a mix of answers: C, A, D, A, D, D, C. So we're getting a bit all over. Nobody so far has chosen E or B. Anybody want to go with E or B? Nobody? All right, okay. So the correct answer for this question is we are in A. So you may remember forming, storming, norming, performing, and adjourning. That is the Tuckman ladder. So A represents the forming phase of team development. In this phase, the team members, they meet and learn about the project and their formal roles and responsibilities, okay? And here, in this phase, the team members tend to be independent and not yet as open, right? And this is something that we have there, the last line of the question. They work independently, however, the velocity is low. Let me go forward here because I have another slide where I've actually highlighted this for you. There we go, right? And so the scenario that we are describing here is really matching closest to the description of what forming is all about. Now, why do people get this wrong? Well, you may have been caught up by the term velocity is low there, which I also highlighted, right? And the thing is that velocity could be low in storming, norming, or performing, right? That's usually where you assign low velocity to, right? But they overlook the key phrase, and that is each team member works independently. And that's kind of hidden in there, right? You gotta find it, gotta see it. And this is the one that is key to making the right choice, right? Because team members would almost always be working together and not independently, right? Once forming is passed, once you get into the other things, they no longer work independently. They work together as a team. So based on this, the performing stage, that is the correct response to select here. Okay, so that was our second question that we wanted to review today. Before we move on to the third question, quick reminder, if you want to participate in the book giveaway, we're offering one Kindle version for a lucky winner. Just type #50 into the chat and submit it, and you will automatically be added to our giveaway. So far, we have 65 people who have added themselves to the giveaway here. So this is going wonderfully. All right. Next, we go to question number 4. And here's the question. You meet with your team to determine the life cycle for your project. After analyzing the best way to define and manage requirements, develop deliverables, handle changes, control risk and cost, and engage key stakeholders, the decision is made to select a hybrid life cycle. The decision is made to select a hybrid life cycle. With the product life cycle selected, how will the product be delivered? So let me make sure you get this. With the project lifecycle selected, how will the product be delivered, right? So A, the product will be delivered as a subset of the overall product. B, it will be delivered as a single final product at the end of the project. It will be delivered as work packages of the WBS, the work breakdown structure, or it will be delivered as a product, as product increments based on customer value. Okay, here comes my question again to you. What are we doing here? How will the product be delivered in this scenario here where we have a hybrid life cycle? All right, I'm getting a few A's, getting a few B's, a couple of D's here. In the meantime, somebody asked the question, Santosh, will these 50 questions be part of the PM exam simulator? Yes, Santosh. The 50 questions were an export from the exam simulator. So if you have the exam simulator, you will find them in the exam simulator as well, but not with all the goodies around it, not with all the exclusive articles, not with the extra explanations. We do not have those in the exam simulator. Back to our question. So we have a hybrid life cycle for our project. And the question is, now that we have a hybrid, how do you deliver the product in a hybrid life cycle? All right. So we're getting a lot of D's, A's. Kind of all letters have been named. I think nobody has chosen C, if I see this correctly. So it looks like everybody says, nope, we're not doing C. The correct answer for this question is A, as subsets of the overall product. Okay. Now, let me go to the next page here where I have the explanation for you. Okay. So yes, this is correct. Hybrid life cycles, right? Like the one we have here in this scenarios. When you have a hybrid life cycle, you combine the way you do things. Okay, so in a waterfall, in a plan-driven project, you do everything, and then at the end you deliver in one big bang. In an agile life cycle, you have your backlog, and you push them out, feature after feature after feature after feature. Okay, and now that you have a combined hybrid life cycle, as in this particular environment, you know, A is the best question, right? You combine doing these two things. You combine the creation of the individual features, but you don't release them. You release them at the end of each of the phases as subsets of the overall project. Okay, so this is a combination. You have to understand what this does and how this works and how do you do things when you are using a hybrid approach. You're not doing it in features, you're not doing it as a big bang, you're doing it as a mixed, as a subset of the overall product. Now, whatever you have ready, the things you have ready at the end of the cycle, that's going out as a subset. Okay, let's take a look at this. So this is what we have in the explanation here. We also continue here down a little bit. So for each of the questions that we have in there, you will get an explanation on why it is correct and why it is incorrect. And it says here, you know, for those of you who chose D is sort of the quintessential way of how you deliver products in an agile environment, right? And based on their value, yeah, that is agile, right? This can be approached. This approach, you know, that's okay if you do this in hybrid and in traditional approaches. But the way that the scenario is described, A is just a better answer than D in this particular scenario. All right. So there we are. Okay, the three questions that we wanted to look at. What I'd like to do next is let me open the book and take a look at the questions and explanations. So I have a PDF document open here. Let me bring that in for you so that you can take a look at what this looks like. So here you go. This is, question 1, 2, and 3. We didn't see question 2 there, but let me make this a little bigger here and scroll down. So question 2, this is a multiple choice question, right? So here you have to choose 3, as you can see. So we do have those type of questions in the book as well. All right, let me go to the next page here, 1 page forward. This is the question that we've seen here, question 3 with the graphics, and then question 4, one we looked at as well. And then next we have question 5 here. And question 5, I'd like to show this to you. This is on the real exam, this would be a drag and drop question where you have a number of items that you need to bring into an appropriate order, right? And so here we have in the book, obviously, you have step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then here are the items below. And now you have to decide, how does this go? Which one is 1, which one is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So we do have as many of the question types in the book as well as we can. Now let me jump forward here to page 51 in the book. There we go. Bring this up. So here's part 3. This is where the questions, the answers begin, excuse me. And for each of the answers, what we do is this. We bring the question back in. We show you all the answers again, just like you've seen it in part 1 and in the slides that I shared here with you. And then we give the detailed explanation to all the answers, individual per choice. We say which one is correct, which one is incorrect. Then we give you a detailed explanation, a general explanation of what this question is all about and why things are right and why things are wrong. We have references here. As you can see, this is for the Agile Practice Guide, Agile Project Management, PMP exam content outline. So lots of references that are not PMBOK guide related. And then this is also exclusive to the book. Did you get it right? Okay. This section here where we go in detail about into the topic and explain why people get it wrong and why you may have chosen the incorrect answer. And this is really where the mindset comes in. This is where we help you think not just in terms of questions, but in terms of problems, in terms of concepts, in terms of PMI mindset for the exam, and help you to get prepped for the exam. Right. There we go. And then we go to answer number 2. Yeah. And that's it, what we do. And yes, Sergey, you are absolutely correct. We've covered 6% of the book already. Right. And this is where we'll stop. We don't want to go to 10%. Yes. Nice catch. Yeah. All right. So final call, dear audience, because now we are coming to the moment when we give away one Kindle version of the book. Okay, so final call. If you wish to participate in the book giveaway, which will happen in about 20 seconds, please go ahead and type #50 into the chat and send it off, and you will be added to this here. So I'm going to now go on mute and silently count to 20. And then in 20 seconds, I'll be back, giving the last people the chance here to register for the giveaway. Okay, and now the big moment. let me push the button here. 72. Okay, I see more people coming in. All right. You have 3 more seconds. 2, 1, and I'm now going to hit the draw button here. Jane, congratulations. Jane Foster wins the book. Congratulations, Jane. Now, the big question is probably, how am I going to get the book? Yes. All right. I got that. So, Jane, please go ahead and do write to support@pmprepcast.com. Let us know that you are the winner. And then my assistant, June, she will work with you to get the book to you. So, congratulations, Jane. Yay. Yes. There we are. Yay. Yes. All right. Let's see. I got a question here. Are the 50 questions part of the simulator? Yes, Aisha, they are indeed. But as I said earlier, you do not get all the exclusive articles and all the additional explanations for the mindset and helping you get your head into these really detailed problems there. All right. So then what I would also like to mention is this. In the book itself, we do offer a simulator discount. So if you don't have the simulator, this is not applicable retroactively. So if you haven't yet bought the book, if you haven't yet bought our simulator, and you decide to buy the book and then decide, okay, you know, I like the book, I like the questions, then you can go ahead and apply a discount coupon from the book to your purchase of the exam simulator. In fact, wait, wasn't there one person? We have one person who's already left a 5-star review here on the website. There we go. This person, let's see. Didn't he say something like that? I'm going to use the discount provided in the book to purchase their premium PMP exam simulator. Looks like a good deal, right? So yes, in the book, when you buy the book and you see the book, there will be a page where we offer you a discount, and then you can go ahead and buy the exam simulator and use that discount. Like I said, this is not applicable retroactively. So if you've already purchased the simulator and then buy the book, you cannot request that the discount is applied after the fact. So this has to be used as you are purchasing the exam simulator. And that's it. That's it for our book launch today. Thank you so much. Again, if you wish to buy the book, then please do go to pmexamsimulator.com/50 questions. This will take you to Amazon, where we have a paperback version. Here you are, paperback version of the book, 200 pages long. And we also have the Kindle version for sale. Once again, congratulations to Jane. And I'll see you some other time. Until next time, everybody.